Success isn't just about working harder, it's about thinking smarter. This audiobook reveals how the world's top performers predict challenges, adapt quickly, and consistently win by using the power of strategic thinking. Why most people struggle. Most people live on autopilot, making decisions based on habits, emotions, or short-term rewards. They react to life instead of shaping it. As a result, they stay stuck, overwhelmed, and unprepared for real challenges. What high achievers do differently. The most successful individuals, whether in business, the military, or sports, don't wait for problems to appear. They think ahead, spot patterns, plan with precision, position themselves for success before anyone else does. They're not reacting to life. They're controlling the board. Strategic thinking is a learnable skill. Contrary to popular belief, strategic thinking isn't a gift, it's a skill you can develop. Supported by research from neuroscience and psychology, this audiobook teaches you how to train your brain to anticipate problems, make confident decisions, influence outcomes, create opportunities in any area of life. What you'll learn. This audiobook is a practical guide to mastering strategic thinking. You'll learn how to rewire your thinking for clarity and control, break out of reactive habits, apply mental models like elite decision makers, analyze situations like a chess grandmaster, build long-term vision and foresight, influence and negotiate with confidence, stay calm and sharp under pressure. Why this matters now, in today's fast-moving world. If you're not thinking strategically, someone else is, and they're getting ahead. The tools in this audiobook are not theories. They're real-world techniques used by leaders, entrepreneurs, and strategists who succeed at the highest levels. Ready to level up. If you're tired of reacting and ready to start leading. If you want to outthink, outmaneuver, and outperform in every area of life, this audiobook is your playbook. Welcome to Splendour, where smart thinking becomes your greatest strength. To listen to the audiobook, or to access the Hindi version, please visit the link provided in the description. What is strategic thinking? Most people make decisions reactively, responding to situations as they arise without a long-term plan. In contrast, strategic thinkers take a proactive, big-picture approach. They envision the entire game, anticipate outcomes, and position themselves for long-term success. Key principles of strategic thinking. It's a discipline, not just a skill. Strategic thinking involves patience, foresight, and deliberate planning. It separates those who react from those who shape outcomes. It requires thinking ahead. Instead of focusing only on the present, strategic thinkers analyze future possibilities and prepare for various outcomes. It's different from tactics. Tactics are short-term actions. Strategy is the overall plan that gives meaning to those actions. Without strategy, tactics are directionless. Core traits of strategic thinkers: they think in probabilities, not absolutes. They assess risk and increase the odds of success by planning for different outcomes. They play the long game. They avoid short-term gains that may harm long-term goals. They anticipate change. Rather than reacting, they predict and prepare for shifts before they happen. They learn from history, but stay flexible. They don't blindly follow past strategies, they adapt to the current landscape. They embrace uncertainty. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They plan, pivot, and adapt as needed. Common myths debunked. Myth: only smart people think strategically. Truth: strategic thinking is about discipline, not intelligence. Myth: it takes too much time. Truth: it saves time by preventing mistakes and wasted effort. Myth: strategy is rigid. Truth: the best strategies are flexible and adjust with changing conditions. How to start thinking strategically. Question assumptions. Don't accept things at face value. Ask, why? And, what if? Challenge conventional wisdom. Look for overlooked risks and opportunities. Zoom in and zoom out. Focus on details when needed, but always return to the big picture. Why it matters for everyone. Strategic thinking isn't just for leaders. It's for anyone who wants to make better decisions in life, career, finances, or relationships. It helps you move with confidence, knowing every step fits into a bigger, intentional plan. Coming next, the following chapters will dive deeper into strategic frameworks, mindset tools, and real-world applications to help you practice and embody strategic thinking in your daily life. The core principles of strategic thinking. This chapter outlines the foundational principles that define strategic thinking, a powerful skill that goes beyond boardrooms and applies to every area of life, from career and finances to relationships and personal growth. Strategic thinkers approach life with foresight, discipline, and adaptability. The key principles covered are long-term vision with short-term action. Strategic thinkers focus on long-term goals while managing immediate needs. They avoid short-sighted decisions and always ask, how does this choice impact the future? Adaptability over rigidity. Effective strategies are flexible. Strategic thinkers know when to stick to a plan and when to pivot, adjusting to changing circumstances without losing sight of their vision. Understanding consequences. They consider both first-order, immediate, and second-order, long-term, consequences of their actions. This helps them avoid pitfalls that others miss. Calculated risk-taking. Instead of avoiding risk or taking it blindly, strategic thinkers assess potential downsides and rewards. They prepare for setbacks and take only well-analyzed, high-leverage risks. Controlling the controllable. They focus their energy on what they can influence, such as skills, preparation, and mindset, rather than stressing over uncontrollable factors like market shifts or global events. Anticipating trends. Strategic thinkers look ahead, spot patterns early, and position themselves ahead of change. They don't just react, they lead. Ruthless prioritization. In a world full of distractions, they focus on what truly matters. Using the 80-20 principle, they invest effort only in actions that drive long-term results and say no to low-value activities. Conclusion. Strategic thinking is not about intelligence alone, it's about mindset, discipline, and approach. Those who master these principles gain a significant edge in life because they think several moves ahead, while others react impulsively. As the chapter says, while others are playing checkers, strategic thinkers are playing chess. Critical thinking, sharpening the mind for strategic mastery. This chapter highlights the importance of critical thinking as the foundation of effective strategic thinking. It emphasizes that strategy is not just about planning or vision, but about the ability to think clearly, logically, and independently. Key takeaways. Critical thinking as a strategic tool. It sharpens decision-making by removing bias, emotional influence, and poor reasoning. Questioning assumptions. Strategic thinkers challenge widely accepted beliefs, traditions, and assumptions. They seek truth through questioning and evidence, not blind acceptance. Avoiding confirmation bias. Most people look for information that confirms what they already believe. Strategic thinkers, instead, look for opposing views and deliberately test their own ideas to improve decision quality. Understanding cause versus correlation. Strategic thinkers ask whether outcomes are truly caused by specific actions or if they are just coincidental. They dig deeper to find the real reasons behind results. Resisting overgeneralization. Drawing broad conclusions from limited data is dangerous. Each situation is unique, and conclusions must be updated with new information. Recognizing cognitive biases. Common thinking errors like the availability heuristic, sunk cost fallacy, and bandwagon effect can distort judgment. Strategic thinkers learn to spot and correct these biases in themselves and others. Clarity in language and thought. Vague terms and buzzwords lead to poor understanding. Strategic thinkers define concepts clearly and think with precision. Using mental models, frameworks like first principles thinking, the Pareto principle, inversion, Occam's razor, and second-order thinking help simplify complex decisions and avoid common traps. Intellectual humility. The ability to admit when wrong and change one's mind based on new evidence is essential. Strategic thinkers prioritize adaptability over ego. Final message. Mastering critical thinking is about training the mind to think deeply, question intelligently, and decide wisely. It's a vital skill that improves strategy, avoids costly mistakes, and empowers individuals to lead with clarity and confidence. Decision-making, the art of choosing wisely. This chapter highlights that consistently making good decisions is one of the most important life skills. Successful people don't rely on luck or gut feelings. They use a structured and strategic approach. Key ideas include clarity of objectives. Clearly define what you want. Vague goals lead to poor decisions. Gathering the right information. Avoid acting impulsively or over-researching. Focus on relevant data from reliable, diverse sources. Framing the problem correctly. How you define the problem shapes the solution. Reframe questions to reveal better options. Using decision matrices. Break down complex decisions by assigning value to different factors. Helps balance emotion and logic. Assessing risk and uncertainty. No decision is risk-free. Analyze potential outcomes and make decisions based on calculated probabilities. Considering second-order consequences. Look beyond short-term results. Consider long-term effects and ripple impacts. Reversible versus irreversible decisions. Move quickly on reversible decisions. Slow down and analyze deeply for irreversible ones. Emotional discipline. Avoid impulsive or emotional choices. Use techniques like the 24-hour rule and premortem analysis to stay rational. Learning from the past. Review your past decisions to identify patterns, lessons, and improve future choices. Opportunity cost. Every choice means giving something up. Always ask if this is the best use of your time, energy, or money. Conclusion. Great decision-making is not about being perfect but about using a consistent, thoughtful process. Strategic thinkers use clear goals, logical analysis, emotional control, and continuous learning to make better choices and lead more successful lives. Strategic adaptability. Thriving in a changing world. This chapter emphasizes the critical importance of adaptability in a rapidly changing world. Markets shift, technologies evolve, and competition intensifies, making flexibility a key survival skill. Those who can strategically reassess, pivot, and act without losing sight of their long-term goals gain a significant edge. Key points include situational awareness. Stay alert to environmental changes and trends to act early rather than react late. Scenario planning. Prepare for multiple future possibilities by imagining what-if situations and building contingency plans. Intellectual humility. Be willing to question your own assumptions and change course when necessary. Rapid learning and iteration. Quickly absorb new information and make small, testable changes before scaling up. Emotional resilience. Overcome fear and discomfort by embracing uncertainty as part of growth. Diverse perspectives. Seek out different viewpoints to avoid echo chambers and spark innovation. Resource reallocation. Regularly reassess where time, money, and energy are being spent. Adjust as needed. Opportunistic thinking. See change not just as a threat but as a chance to innovate and lead. The pivot principle. Adjust strategies while staying true to your core mission and vision. Preparation for sudden shifts. Expect non-linear, disruptive change and build flexibility into your plans. Learning from experience. Reflect on past changes to improve future adaptability. Ultimately, adaptability is more than just reacting to change. It's about shaping it. Those who master adaptability don't follow trends, they create them. Strategic influence. This chapter explains that influence is a vital part of strategic thinking. A great strategy cannot succeed without the ability to persuade, inspire, and align others. Key elements of strategic influence. Credibility, built through trust, consistency, expertise, and character. It takes time to build and can be lost quickly. Emotional intelligence, EQ, understanding emotions, showing empathy, and tailoring your message based on what your audience values and feels. Framing, how you present an idea influences how it's received. Reframing can turn challenges into opportunities. Reciprocity, people are more likely to support those who offer help or value first. Influence grows through mutual benefit. Timing and patience, don't rush persuasion. Plant ideas early, give people time to absorb, and act when the moment is right. Social proof, people follow others. Using endorsements, alliances, and success stories helps sway opinion. Adaptability in communication, tailor your approach based on who you're talking to. Logical minds need data, emotional minds need stories. Priming, set the context before persuasion. People are more receptive when they've been mentally prepared. Objection handling, don't argue directly. Acknowledge concerns and reframe them to align with the other person's values. Persistence, without aggression, keep reinforcing your message gently over time. Don't give up too soon, and don't push too hard. Vision, inspire others with a clear and exciting picture of the future. Use storytelling to make your vision compelling. Reputation management, influence depends on how people perceive you over time. Every action contributes to your image. Core message, strategic influence is not manipulation, but genuine leadership. It's about guiding others with trust, empathy, and vision to create aligned action and lasting change. Strategic resilience, turning setbacks into strength. This chapter emphasizes that setbacks are inevitable in the pursuit of meaningful goals. What separates successful individuals from others is how they respond to these setbacks, not whether they face them. Key ideas include: strategic resilience is the ability to withstand challenges, adapt under pressure, and come out stronger. It's not about avoiding failure, but using it as a stepping stone for growth. Mental toughness helps you stay focused and calm in uncertain situations. Instead of personalizing failure, resilient people learn from it. Emotional regulation allows individuals to manage frustration, anxiety, or fear. Calm and strategic responses are more effective than emotional reactions. Preparation involves anticipating challenges in advance and building backup plans to minimize the impact of setbacks. Adaptive persistence means staying committed to your goal while being flexible in your approach. Changing methods when needed is a strength, not a weakness. Resourcefulness is the ability to use what you already have, skills, relationships, and knowledge, to overcome difficulties. Reframing failure helps you view mistakes as valuable feedback instead of defeat, treating each one as a learning opportunity. Self-belief is essential to resilience. Confidence built on past progress and continuous learning helps you push through tough times. Strategic patience reminds us that success takes time. Small, consistent efforts often bring better long-term results than short bursts of motivation. Support networks are crucial. Seeking help from mentors and peers strengthens resilience and provides new perspectives. Small wins create momentum. Breaking big goals into smaller steps makes them less overwhelming and keeps motivation high. Acceptance of uncertainty is a powerful mindset. Embracing the unknown and adapting to change helps navigate unpredictable situations with confidence. Conclusion: resilience is the foundation of long-term success. It's not about avoiding problems, but using them to grow stronger, smarter, and more adaptable. In the next chapter, the focus shifts to strategic execution, turning ideas into real, measurable results. Strategic execution, turning vision into reality. A brilliant strategy means nothing without effective execution. Strategic execution is the process of turning vision into real results through disciplined, consistent action. Key principles of strategic execution: clarity of objectives. Define clear, specific, and measurable goals. Avoid vague ambitions and break down long-term vision into actionable milestones. Prioritization. Focus on the few high-impact tasks that drive the most results. Use the Pareto principle: 20% of tasks produce 80% of results. Overcoming resistance. Anticipate pushback and address it proactively. Gain support from stakeholders and align resources and processes. Momentum. Maintain steady progress through daily, weekly, and monthly targets. Build habits and routines that drive action, even when motivation fades. Accountability. Assign clear responsibilities. Track progress with dashboards, meetings, and reports to ensure follow-through. Adaptability. Stay flexible. Evaluate results regularly and adjust your approach based on what works and what doesn't. Leverage. Multiply results by delegating, automating, and using partnerships. Focus on activities that create exponential impact. Bottleneck removal. Identify and eliminate obstacles that slow progress. Regularly ask what's causing delays and address it quickly. Bias for action. Avoid analysis paralysis. Take imperfect action and refine along the way instead of waiting for perfect conditions. Resilience. Expect setbacks. Learn from failures, adapt, and continue moving forward with persistence. Sustainability. Pace yourself. Avoid burnout by celebrating small wins, taking breaks, and staying connected to your deeper purpose. Bottom line, the world rewards those who execute, not just those who plan. Mastering execution means transforming ideas into real-world success through clarity, discipline, adaptability, and relentless follow-through. Strategic negotiation. Negotiation is a vital life skill, not limited to business or politics. We negotiate daily, for jobs, relationships, influence, and respect. Strategic negotiation involves more than just asking for what you want. It's about influencing outcomes through thoughtful planning and communication. Key principles of strategic negotiation. Preparation is essential. Successful negotiators research the other party's needs, market conditions, and define their best alternative, BATNA, before entering any discussion. Leverage and framing. Instead of just stating demands, strategic negotiators frame their offers to highlight value for all parties, aligning with the other side's interests. Emotional control. Effective negotiation requires staying calm, avoiding emotional reactions, and making rational decisions. Power of silence. Silence can be a powerful tool, prompting the other party to speak more, reveal information, or even concede. Framing requests smartly. The way you present an offer affects how it's perceived. Requests based on value and fairness are more persuasive than those based on personal need. Think long-term, not just price. Strategic negotiators focus on long-term value, relationships, and future opportunities, not just short-term wins. Control the pace. Rushing weakens your position. Patience allows time for better evaluation and decision-making. Anchoring. Setting the first offer influences the negotiation. Strategic negotiators anchor high and recognize when others try to anchor them. Relationship management. Treating negotiations as long-term relationships builds trust, goodwill, and future opportunities. Know when to walk away. Great negotiators understand their limits. Walking away from a bad deal can create leverage and protect long-term interests. Bottom line. Strategic negotiation is not about winning battles. It's about creating value, building strong relationships, and positioning yourself for ongoing success. Mastering this skill allows you to influence outcomes and secure better opportunities in both professional and personal life. Strategic decision-making. Optimizing choices for maximum impact. This chapter emphasizes that decision-making is at the heart of all strategic success and failure. Every achievement or missed opportunity can be traced back to the quality of decisions made, or avoided. Key insights include: indecision is a decision, and often the most harmful one. Avoiding choices allows external circumstances to control outcomes. Clarity of goals is essential. Poor decisions often result from a lack of direction, not intelligence. Strategic thinkers always align their choices with long-term objectives. Opportunity cost matters. Great decision-makers evaluate not just potential gains, but also what they might sacrifice by choosing one path over another. Emotional control is critical. While emotions are part of life, they can cloud judgment. Strategic thinkers rely on logic, data, and rational analysis, balancing instinct with evidence. Avoid confirmation bias. Seeking only information that supports existing beliefs leads to blind spots. Strategic decision-makers actively challenge their assumptions and seek alternative viewpoints. Mental models improve judgment. Tools like first principles thinking, second-order consequences, the 80-20 rule, and regret minimization help simplify and strengthen decision-making. Overcome analysis paralysis. Too much information can hinder action. Strategic thinkers set deadlines, gather only relevant data, and prioritize action over endless deliberation. Learn from experience. Every decision offers lessons. High performers review outcomes, identify patterns, and continuously refine their decision-making process. Confidence is key. Many people struggle with doubt and seek too much validation. Strategic thinkers trust themselves, embrace imperfection, and act with resilience. Core message: strategic decision-making isn't about being right every time. It's about consistently making thoughtful, aligned, and well-informed choices. Those who master this skill don't just react to life, they shape it intentionally and effectively. Strategic leadership, guiding with vision, influence, and precision. Summary: this chapter emphasizes that true leadership is not about titles or authority, but about influence, the ability to guide, inspire, and empower others toward a common vision. Strategic leadership transforms ideas into action and teams into high performers by focusing on several core principles. Vision is the foundation. Great leaders think long-term, craft a compelling direction, and ensure all efforts align with a larger purpose. Communication is key. A vision must be clearly and confidently communicated to inspire others at every level. Trust and credibility are earned through consistent actions, integrity, and competence, not through control or hierarchy. Decision-making under uncertainty is essential. Effective leaders take calculated risks, stay flexible, and learn from both success and failure. Influence matters more than authority. Leaders inspire through motivation, understanding, and shared purpose, not fear or pressure. Conflict management is a critical skill. Strategic leaders address conflicts constructively, using them as opportunities for growth and stronger collaboration. Empowering others builds stronger organizations. Delegating responsibility, mentoring, and developing talent ensures sustainable success. Resilience keeps leaders grounded. Strategic leaders stay calm under pressure, see setbacks as learning opportunities, and remain committed to their vision. Ultimately, strategic leadership is about using influence, clarity, and integrity to inspire others and drive long-term impact, not for personal recognition, but for collective success. Strategic adaptability, thriving in an ever-changing world. This chapter emphasizes that in a fast-changing world, adaptability is not optional. It is essential for survival and success. Strategic adaptability involves not just reacting to change, but anticipating, shaping, and leveraging it to gain an advantage. Key insights include: adaptability is strength. True resilience lies in agility, not rigidity. Being flexible allows individuals and organizations to survive and thrive during uncertainty. Change is constant. The world is evolving rapidly due to technological advances, shifting industries, and rising customer expectations. Staying relevant means being able to pivot without losing sight of long-term goals. Letting go of the past. Effective leaders do not cling to outdated methods. They constantly evaluate and adjust their strategies based on emerging trends and signals of change. Overcoming resistance. Many fear change because it disrupts comfort zones. Strategic thinkers, however, foster a culture of learning, innovation, and curiosity. Proactive mindset. Rather than waiting for disruption, successful individuals and companies take initiative to evolve and disrupt themselves before someone else does. Speed matters. Acting fast, testing quickly, and iterating are more effective than waiting for the perfect moment. Resilience in uncertainty. Not all changes produce instant results. Persistence, learning from feedback, and mental strength are crucial. Diverse perspectives. Surrounding oneself with people from varied backgrounds and industries sparks creativity and better prepares one for change. Lifelong learning. The most adaptable people are those who continuously seek new knowledge, unlearn outdated beliefs, and stay intellectually agile. Ultimately, strategic adaptability is about embracing change confidently, staying purpose-driven, and leading the future instead of reacting to it. Strategic influence. This chapter explores the true nature of influence, not as control or manipulation, but as a powerful skill based on trust, credibility, and emotional intelligence. Strategic influence enables individuals to shape decisions, guide actions, and build meaningful relationships in both personal and professional settings. Key insights include: influence is earned, not given. It comes from demonstrating expertise, reliability, and authenticity over time. Trust is the foundation of influence. It is built through consistent actions, honoring commitments, and prioritizing long-term relationships. Understanding human behavior is essential. People make decisions based on emotions, perceptions, and biases, not just facts. Storytelling, framing, and social proof are effective persuasion tools that resonate more deeply than logic alone. Asking thoughtful, open-ended questions encourages others to reach conclusions independently, leading to stronger commitment. The law of reciprocity works when value is offered first with genuine intent, creating a natural willingness to give back. Authority and credibility are strengthened through real-world results, respected affiliations, and endorsements. Scarcity and urgency, when used authentically, can increase the perceived value of opportunities. Adaptability in communication is crucial. Influencers must tailor their messages to suit different personalities and preferences. Sustainable influence is long-term. It's built on reputation, integrity, and consistent value, not short-term tactics. Ultimately, the chapter emphasizes that strategic influence is one of the most powerful tools for leadership, innovation, and progress. Those who master it shape not just outcomes, but the world itself. The legacy of strategic thinking, building a lasting impact beyond success. This chapter emphasizes that true strategic thinking goes beyond solving immediate problems or achieving personal success. It is about creating a meaningful and lasting impact that continues to benefit others long after one's direct involvement ends. Key points include: thinking beyond self. Great strategic thinkers focus not only on short-term wins but on long-term influence, legacy, and transformation that outlast their lifetime. Legacy through contribution. A true legacy is built by empowering, teaching, and inspiring others, not by seeking recognition or holding on to knowledge. Mentorship and knowledge sharing. Passing down wisdom and nurturing future leaders are crucial for building a sustainable legacy. Building enduring systems. Successful strategies are those that function effectively even in the leader's absence, through strong systems, culture, and adaptable structures. Innovation and vision. Legacy builders are innovators who redefine what's possible, challenge existing norms, and create entirely new frameworks. Character and ethics. Integrity, fairness, and ethical leadership are essential for long-lasting influence. Real success is grounded in values, not just achievement. Resilience over time. Lasting impact requires patience, persistence, and belief in a long-term vision, even through setbacks and uncertainty. Collaboration and community. Strategic thinkers leverage partnerships and collective efforts, recognizing that legacy is amplified through others. Courage to think big. They push beyond personal limitations, daring to dream and act on ideas that can transform industries, communities, and generations. The chapter concludes by challenging the reader to use their strategic thinking ability not just to succeed, but to shape the future and leave a meaningful legacy. A final word from Splendour: you've just completed a powerful journey into the world of strategic thinking. From mastering anticipation and decision-making to building influence, resilience, and legacy, you now hold the tools to not just navigate life, but to shape it with purpose and vision. Remember, strategic thinking isn't a one-time skill. It's a lifelong mindset, one that challenges you to think beyond the obvious, act with intention, and create value that outlives you. The real question is no longer, can you think strategically? It's, what kind of impact will you make now that you can? At Splendour, we believe in unlocking human potential, one idea, one mindset shift, one bold action at a time. Thank you for listening. If this audiobook inspired you, empowered you, or helped you see the bigger picture, don't forget to follow, share, and keep learning with us. Your journey doesn't end here. It's just beginning. Until next time, keep thinking ahead, keep building with purpose, and keep shining with splendor.